کوفتی که نیومده همینجور بیاد بالا سر ما. مطمئنم با خودش یه چیزایی آورده. اینا بابان هر جا بری میان دنبالت.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. There is a film in UK cinemas at the moment that I absolutely love called Under the Shadow, and you have to go and see it. It's one of my favourite films of the year. It's fantastic. And it's a film which is set in Tehran, in Iran, concentrates on a woman and her daughter who are trapped in an apartment block which is under siege from missiles, but also from apparently supernatural forces. It's directed and written by Babak Anvari, and it is a really fantastic horror movie that draws on sources that I love, like, for example, Guillermo del Toro's The Devil's Backbone or Hideo Nakata's Dark Water. And it has all these influences, and yet it's very much its own film. But the thing that's really fascinating about it is this. It's actually a UK production. In fact, it's the UK's official submission for this year's foreign language film Oscar. Now, some people are surprised to hear that the UK puts forward foreign language submissions. It's something we've been doing for a while. You go back to 1991, a film called Lost in Siberia, which was in Russian. More recently, there's a film called Metro Manila, directed by Sean Ellis, which is a Filipino film, which is actually a UK production, which we submitted. Funnily enough, I think it's Sean Ellis's best film. Last year we submitted Under Milk Wood in the Welsh language version. It was filmed simultaneously in the Welsh language and English language version. We submitted the Welsh language version, sadly didn't get nominated because it was a very, very strong field, but it was great to see it being put forward. And these films are chosen to be put forward by BAFTA. There was a peculiar case some years back in which a Scots Gaelic film called Shack was refused the right to be entered because BAFTA, their committee, didn't like it very much. It turned out there wasn't another film that they liked more. So that year we actually didn't submit any film for the Oscars foreign language film category, which was really strange and actually caused some outrage in Scotland because it was a really good movie made by a filmmaker called Simon Miller, who I know very well, and I think it's a really impressive piece of work. It might not have been a winner, but it certainly deserved a nomination. Well, in the case of Under the Shadow, it's a film which is set in Iran, shot in Jordan, made by a UK-based company, Wigwam, written and directed by Babak Anvari, who was Iran-born but is now London-based, and entirely in Farsi. It's a fabulous film, and I actually think it has a chance of getting a nomination. And this is a big deal because if you look at the Oscars last year, all the best movies were in the foreign language film category. That was the category in which you had Son of Saul. That was the category in which you had Embrace of the Serpent. I mean, a really, really hard-fought category. I think that Under the Shadow has got a chance of getting nominated. And wouldn't it be great? Not least because it tells you something about just how diverse UK cinema can be. I mean, people have an idea of what a British film looks like. Under the Shadow is a British film. Set in Iran, shot in Jordan, entirely in Farsi, and our submission for this year's foreign language film Oscar. I think we might get a nomination. Come on, Oscars, it's our turn.